So I just wanted to make a quick video, potentially a quick video about the new PlayStation 6 stuff that's popping off right now this Saturday morning. That's the story we're going to be covering today. And if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it. And as always, it's very much appreciated. First, yes or no, are you excited for the PlayStation 6 hype train or not? I said in 2025, we should be seeing more for the PlayStation 6, considering we already started hearing stuff last year. Now that the PlayStation 5 Pro is out, Sony's focus is on the PlayStation 6 and that console's launch, and it sounds like a good jump. So comment below yes or no if you're excited for the PlayStation 6 hype train or not. Let me know down in the comments below. So diving into the main story here with the PlayStation 6 leaks. So this information comes from one of the same leakers behind the specs for the PlayStation 5 Pro, Kepler L2. This was one of the first people to talk about the PlayStation 5 Pro and give us more detail. He even mentioned that the PlayStation 5 Pro would have some RDNA 4 features for ray tracing, which was pretty much confirmed by Mark Cerny, who said they're using features beyond RDNA 3, which obviously means RDNA 4. So Kepler L2 has a solid background for this type of information. He's back again recently to discuss the PlayStation 6, and the hype train has begun. He stated this over on NeoGAF. PS6 is design complete and in pre-SI validation already, with AO tape-out scheduled for late this year. So the PlayStation 6 SoC design is complete and in pre-SI validation. Looking at that part, what does that mean? It means pre-silicone validation. This is when heavy testing is done on the SoC before it's sent to be manufactured. As for AO tape-out happening later this year, this means the first time the chip is actually manufactured, which is insane to hear. That's late this year. Until we get some more information from Kepler later in this video, you'll understand how that makes sense. Let's continue to what else was mentioned. A user replied to this with some worry, saying, wait, what? Are they going to launch PS6 on a N3 derivative that won't allow for that much of an increase in transistor density versus a PlayStation 5 Pro? So they'd have to have meaningful architectural gains and or scale up the die size to get meaningful improvements. Kepler replied with, not necessarily. Zen 6 is design complete too, and some of that is on N2. So N3 and N2 are the advancements in the node from my understanding, and for our purposes here, just note that N2 is better than N3. The interesting part that we should focus on, however, is the Zen 6 mention, because right now on the PlayStation 5 Pro, as we know, and on the PlayStation 5, we have Zen 2. This is a big jump in CPU performance over what we have right now. Now, Kepler doesn't seem to outright say that's what will be in the PlayStation 6, but seems to indicate it's a possibility that we're getting that. Remember that for the PlayStation 5 launch, we had RDNA 2, which released for PC players the same year, and Zen 2 released in 2019, just the year prior. Zen 6 is potentially launching in 2026, which kind of gives you the potential launch timeline for the PlayStation 6. So Zen 2 launched in July of 2019, PS5 launched in late 2020. Zen 6 could be launching in 2026 or early 2027 per rumors, meaning the PlayStation 6 could launch in late 2027. As for the GPU, Kepler said GPU is an early fork of GFX 13. Don't know how big. From what people on Reddit are saying, this is in reference to UDNA, which is RDNA 5 essentially, but it's AMD's new unified structure they announced last year. This is set to launch per rumors sometime in 2026. All of these items are hinting towards a potential holiday 2027 launch for the PlayStation 6, and what Kepler said next adds to that heavily. Here's what Kepler said. Sony's usual cadence is 2 years from AO tape-out to console release. So remember what we said earlier on in the video in terms of Kepler saying that AO tape-out was happening later this year, which means that the PlayStation 6, if nothing bad happens or no issues occur, should be launching in late 2027, exactly 7 years after the PlayStation 5. Remember that Sony themselves have stated that the PlayStation 5 Pro launching will not change the schedule for launching their next console. It also doesn't mean that the PlayStation 5 will not get console support after the PlayStation 6 launches. Look at the PlayStation 4. Hell, look at the PlayStation 3. That thing is still up and running. I'm not sure how long it's going to last before they shut down those PlayStation Network servers. Cross-generation for the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 6 will last a while. But There's also another rumor going around right now that the PlayStation 6 will use 3D V-Cache. This is significant from my understanding. To break it down like how I've come to understand it, looking this stuff up, the cache on the CPU is there to access information even faster than going to RAM. Instead of going to RAM, they have some cached information on the CPU ready to go for quick access. 3D V-Cache is AMD's technology, which stacks more memory on the CPU so it doesn't increase die space area of the chip, but also gives you more memory to play with. Simply put, this means the PlayStation 6 will have more memory to access on cache on the CPU, which results to faster processing because the CPU needs less time to access information. So it's looking like UDNA for the GPU, Zen 5 or Zen 6 potentially for the CPU, 3D V-Cache for the CPU as well, and potentially a holiday 2027 launch for the PlayStation 6. The PS3 to PS4 was 7 years, and the PS4 to PS5 was also 7 years. The same could very well happen for the PlayStation 6. If this is the case as well, this makes it seem maybe a bit possible that the next Xbox could actually try to launch next year if Microsoft really wants to get that year ahead like they did in the 360 era. But that's everything so far, but definitely more will come for sure. Updated information on these leaks themselves will come as well as the journey continues late through 2025 and 2026. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. Also, let me know if you're down for a 2027 launch for the PlayStation 6 or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is a part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with the hype train begins. It's 2025. If the PlayStation 6 launches in 2027, we still have 2+ years to go before that thing launches, but it seems like the hype train has begun with these initial leaks and more will come. If you're excited for that hype train, destroy the comment section with the hype train begins, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.